In the last video, I gave you a sign that makes integrating the divine masculine very practical. It's a sign that you receive in everyday life. And that sign is chaos. When you are not containing, and are always collapsing, then you experience chaos. When there's all flow and no structure, you experience chaos. And this is really when you're in more of your feminine pole. It's really when the masculine within yourself is being suppressed. So you're not embodying and expressing structure, discipline, containment, order. And you see that life without order is chaotic. So this becomes your compass, so to say. It becomes a sign. When you start experiencing chaos in your everyday life, in different areas of your life, then you know that you're lacking the embodiment of structure. You're not containing, you're collapsing, and you need to bring order to that area of your life, whether it's parenting, or fathering, or mothering, or finances, your business, any area of your life. Now, the sign, give you the inverse here, for the feminine, when you're integrating the feminine, that sign is not going to be chaos. That sign is going to be life being hard. When the feminine is suppressed, life is hard. It's hard because you are too rigid. You lack the flexibility of the feminine. You lack the fluidness of the feminine. That's what makes you adapt, to change, to flow. Her openness, her softness, her yielding, her surrender. All of that is being suppressed. So life is not juicy, it's dry. It doesn't flow effortlessly. It's hard because you're resisting the flow. Life becomes monotonous and mechanical. It lacks the aliveness that we feel in the flow of the feminine. So you see one extreme for the masculine, life starts feeling chaotic. And the other extreme, when the feminine is suppressed, life feels hard. It's exhausting. Right? So it's not one or the other, but it's actually the harmony of the whole. But to help you when you're integrating, that becomes a very clear sign when things feel hard. When I say hard, I don't mean the absence of challenges. There's always going to be challenges in your life. But it's that hardness. It's hard because there's resistance to change. And that resistance is a rigidness, it's a stubbornness. When one is set in their ways and they're resistant, they're rigid, they're stubborn, they've become too hard, they're too tight. Often people are very serious. You see it in their face, it's like clenched. They're bracing. They're bracing because they're resisting the flow of life. So instead of bracing life, you start embracing life. It's like a hug. You open your arms to hug. You're receiving life in your openness. In that openness, there's a receptivity. That receptivity receives the fullness of life. In that openness, there's a sensitivity. In that sensitivity, you feel the fullness of life. So, when your life feels dry, when it feels kind of blah, flat, when it's lost the juice, the passion, the excitement, the awe, the beauty, the wonder, when it lacks that, and it's become so monotonous and mechanical, when it feels hard, and it feels like it's nothing but an uphill battle, this becomes the sign. This tells you, this gives you feedback, instant feedback. In your parenting, you'll get the feedback. As a mother, you'll get the feedback from your kids. You'll get the feedback from your mothering. In your business, if it feels like a grind, as most people put on a pedestal, if it feels like a grind, if it feels like work, and doesn't feel like play, if it feels like a grind and doesn't feel like flow, like a dance, then you know that your feminine is being suppressed. So that becomes the invitation to open up more, to relax more, rest more, receive more. The very thing that you fear is the thing that you suppress. The very thing that you avoid is the antidote. And if you use this sign practically, it's revealed in every moment of your life. It's something that you can just check with yourself. Those times that feel hard, then you see that I have to relax. And when I relax, I let go. Right? So that's the very thing that I was fearing, was relaxing and letting go. And you see what you let go of is the struggle that you're experiencing. When you stop resisting life, there's no more struggle. You see, when you let go of the work, play replaces it. When you let go of life being hard, it becomes effortless because you have softened. You're afraid to soften because you think it's weakness. You're afraid to relax because of the guilt, because you have a belief that effort equals value and you must prove, you must earn your worth. You have these beliefs that prevent you from receiving the beauty, the fullness, the wonder of life. And you see, when you stop suppressing your feminine and you sort of fall back into your feminine, allow it to be embodied and express itself, then you see you had it in you all along. The thing that you feared was the very thing that starts transforming your life. So this is very practical. It gives you that instant feedback in every moment. And you become more and more aware of where the feminine is being suppressed in different areas of your life. Because once she's starting to integrate into these different areas of your life, you see how her beauty, her grace, her radiance, her flow, her creativity starts transforming your entire life. So if you're ready to stop suppressing the feminine, you want to integrate the feminine and transform your life, join me in Living Truth.